Hey everyone, today Jesus sends the apostles on a mission. Then Jesus traveled through the surrounding villages teaching. He called for the 12 and sent them out in pairs. He gave them authority over unclean spirits. He instructed them to take nothing for the journey except a walking stick, no bread, no bags, no money in their belts. He told them to wear sandals but not to put on 2 shirts. He said, whatever house you enter, remain there until you leave that place. If the place doesn't welcome you or listen to you, as you leave, shake the dust off your feet as a witness against them. So they went out and proclaimed to the people that they should change their hearts and lives. They cast out many demons, and they anointed many sick people with olive oil and healed them. So my kids are a little bit older now, but when they were little, toddlers or babies, anytime you travel, it was such a nightmare because you're basically filling up the entire car with all of their stuff. And it seems a little simpler now, but anytime I go anywhere, there's still a lot that you have to bring with you, it seems like. You don't want to forget anything. And here Jesus gives the opposite advice, though, right? He says to travel light, which sounds nice, right? We'd all love to not have to take a lot of stuff with us, but I don't know, is that really practical? If I'm going to go on a trip, I'm going to take more than the clothes on my back, and I'm probably going to take my wallet too, but Jesus says not to. So what's really going on here? Well, in one sense, I think Jesus is teaching them, and maybe us, to rely on other people. All right, let people show you hospitality as you go and preach good news to them. All right, assume that you will be welcomed by somebody. So why don't we like to do this? Well, for one thing, you can take advantage of that. Right? You are worried about somebody staying with you too long, so maybe that's why we expect them to bring their own stuff. But you're not really being a burden if you're letting somebody bless you. A lot of times people actually are happy to do that. I think there's more of our culture of self-sufficiency, right? I don't need anybody else. I can take care of myself. I'm going to bring everything that I need, so you don't have to give me anything, right? I can work hard. I can earn it myself. There's some good to that mindset, but eventually that desire for independence, it can get in the way. It can get in the way of the work of God, in fact, right? Because we start to think, well, I don't have everything that I need to do what Jesus asks me to do. And we're not just talking about clothes here, right? We're talking about gifts. We're talking about knowledge. We're talking about skills. So what do you think you lack to be who God calls you to be? Some of these false ideals and dreams that we have, they may not last. They may not be real, but that's not your true self. That's not the direction that God is giving you. I heard a prayer recently from Scott Erickson who says, you will be given everything you need to accomplish what you have been asked to do. So do we really believe that? If it's really God asking us to do something, of course God is going to give us enough. Do we have an abundance mindset that says there's enough, or do we have a scarcity mindset that's always looking for what else we might need? These apostles, they can do these Jesus-type miracles because Jesus gave them the authority. So what does that look like for you today? Where's Jesus sending you today? There is something, and you can't accomplish it because you have enough and you are enough.